Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Radharani ki Jai. This is Karttika class 2022, Raghunatha, and we're discussing Vilapa Kusumanjali. And Sri Radha and Her Manjaris is the topic, verse 36. This is Mali in a meter. Is that, you can hear it? It's okay, you can hear it. Kanakaguni tamuchera mukti kam mat karate. Tila kusma vijayatri nasika sasuritam. I guess right. Tila kusma vijayatri nasika sasuritam maramatra mahali shabakam hemagori prakatatara maranda Prayam Adasi Kim. Translation. This is Srimati Das Goswami praying to Radharani in his Manjari Srup. And the title of this verse is Nasa Moktika Seva. This is Nasa means nose, Moktika means pearl. Hanging the nose pearl on Radharani's nose. Yeah. O Hemagori Radharani, when will your nose that defeats the beauty of a sesame flower accept the round nose pearl attached to a golden string from my hands? The great bumblebee Madhusudan Krishna will be very agitated by that pearl-like honey drop that appears under your nose. So it looks like, to ordinary people, it looks like a pearl. But to Krishna, it looks like a drop of honey. Clover honey, because clover honey is white, in case you don't know. Honey made from clover flowers is white. So Krishna sees that pearl as a drop of honey coming from the flower around his nose. So there's some Leela described here by Ananda Gopal Goswami in verse 36 of Vilapa Kusumanjali about Nasa Motika Seva, hanging the nose pearl around his nose. Hemagori. So Ananda Gopal Goswami describes the Leela. Tulsi Manjari is saying, Radharani, the beauty of your nose naturally agitates the bee named Sham. There's no honey dripping from the sesame flower, so how will a bee come? But this pearl hanging from your nose will swing back and forth, looking like a drop of honey about to fall from a flower. That's interesting analogy. When Tulsi hangs a nose pearl, she's astonished by its beauty. So in other words, what Raghunatha Das is explaining here, when we're doing Mahanidhi Seva, we shouldn't just think of what we're doing, but we should think of the beauty of what we're doing. In other words, the Seva is Nasa Moktika Seva, hanging a nose pearl from the septum of Radharani's nose here. So okay, you do the Seva, you meditate on the pearl, but are you meditating on how beautiful that looks on Radharani's nose, how beautiful Radharani's nose looks? So Raghunatha Das is saying that Tulsi is meditating on the beauty of the pearl, the beauty of Radharani's nose, and what the effect of that beautiful pearl hanging from Radharani's nose will have on Krishna. Because everything when you're meditating, doing Seva to Radharani, you always have to have Krishna as part of your meditation. because Radha is always half of Krishna, and Krishna is always half of Radharani. It's not just dressing Radharani to dress Radharani. I'm dressing Radharani for Krishna, for his pleasure. When Radharani is fully dressed in the morning by the Manjaris, in Pratak Leela, 6 to 8 o'clock in the morning, they show the last Seva. What does the last Seva the Manjaris do? Darpan Seva. What does Darpan mean? Cheto, Darpanam, Marjanam. That's what Darpan, for us that's what Darpan means. Clean the mirror of our heart. Darpan means mirror, Chit means consciousness or heart. Cheto, Chit, Darpan. Clean the mirror of Chitta means the mirror of our samskaras and pura samskaras. All samskaras have to be cleansed. Our Stavavali has to be pure. And then we can meditate in Leela. And that Stavavali, our Antakaran becomes pure by Maha Mantra. No other way. Harinam, 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 Kevalam, Kaloa, Nisteva, Nisteva, Nisteva. Gatir Anyata. Anyata means no other way. So Tulsi Manjari is appreciating the beauty of Radharani's pearl, the nose, and what this pearl looks like a drop of honey. So to be a meditating Manjari, as a sadhaka, to meditate a Manjari through, you have to have good powers of visualization and good powers of imagination. If you don't have an artistic brain or a colorful heart, you'll be at an impasse when you try to meditate on Leela. If everything in your brain is black and white, it's going to be hard to meditate on Leela. You have to have color in your heart and color in your brain, and then you can meditate on Krishna's rainbow, variegated, multi-variegated, kaleidoscopic Leelas. So that's why the Bhagavatam starts off. What's the Bhagavatam ends up with Gopi Bhav. Gopi Bhav is 10th canto, the love of Radharani, 47 chapter, 10th canto of Brahma Gita. It's all about the Mahabhav madness of Radharani. Chittadrava and Udgurana is Madan Akya Mahabhav. But before we can qualify, what's the adhikar, what's the qualification to enter a life of Manjari Bhav and the life of Gopi Bhav? The qualification is given in the first canto of Bhagavatam. One has to be a Rasika and a Bhavuka. What does it mean to be a Rasika and a Bhavuka? It says in the first chapter, right? First canto. Nigama Kavatura. Bhavuka, Rasika. You have to be Rasika, Bhavuka. Doesn't mean you have Bhava Bhakti. If that means that don't even open the book. Because nobody opens the Bhagavatam has Bhava Bhakti. Few people maybe in the spiritual world or something. It's for sensitive. Rasika means sensitive people. People that have hearts. People that can cry when they see something sad. People that can laugh when they hear some funny joke. Even if they're Russian. Even Russians could laugh, believe it or not. I met one. I met 10,000 Russians, but I met one that laughs. That's good. 1 out of 10,000. So they have to be Bhavuka, they have to have feelings, and Rasika. Means they have to have sensitivity. They can appreciate feelings and sentiments. Okay, they're material sentiments and feelings. That's right, what I said. They cry when there's something sad, that's material sentiment, and they laugh when there's something funny, that's material sentiment. But that's called Rasika. That means sentiments. So the Bhagavatam says if you don't have Ras, you don't have love in your heart, and ability to be sensitive and Rasika, forget the Bhagavatam, because the Bhagavatam is taking us to the land of Bhava Bhakti, Mahabhav, and Mahabhav Ras, and Prem Ras. That's why he says, are you a Bhavuka? Are you Rasika? No, not. Then read Vedanta Sutra. It's very good for you. Vedanta Om Aham Brahmasmi Sarvakalpa Vidam Brahma. But Bhagavatam is for lovers. It's for lovely people that can love and cry and laugh and surrender and are sincere. So this is all because if you don't have, you're not resting in Bhava, you won't understand how to meditate, what's the beauty of Radharani's nose, how is this bumblebee going to come? Krishna's mother student, bumblebees looking for drops. What are bumblebees looking for? Bumblebees are looking for drops of honey dropping off a flower. Oh, there, no. They catch it before it hits the ground. The flowers hang from the tree, and the nectar drops from the flowers, and the nectar is honey for the bumblebees. So the flower of Radharani's nose is dropping nectar drops in the form of a pearl or nasa motika. The pearl hanging from her Baba nose is a drop of honey for the bumblebee named Krishna. So what's he going to do? He's going to kiss her nose. You're going to drink that pearl, eat that pearl. So you have to feel that, you have to see that, you have to smell that. This is what meditation means. As I repeatedly said, I'll say again today, you dream, and in your dream you see, and you taste, and you smell, and you cry, and you laugh, and you smack somebody. Smack your husband, of course. He runs away, of course. He's smart. Doesn't stay for a second slap. And so all these things are going on in dreamland, subconscious. That's out of your control. So can you control it also have the same experience? This is what meditation means. Meditation means consciously apply your concentration powers and meditate on Lila and touch the Lila, smell the Lila, feel the Lila, hear the Lila. It's all possible. Dreams are the proof of the power of subconscious absorption. So meditation is absorbing yourself with the subconscious mind. That's why the mind must become peaceful. When we meditate in early time of the day or late part of the night, it's peaceful. We can have profound experiences in meditation at those times, early in the morning or late at night. How sweet this pearl shakes back and forth when you're dancing. We're always dancing. The pearl's going do. The beauty of Shringaras, which means amorous love around Krishna, is the transcendental erotic flavor, increases Radha Krishna's pleasure. This pleasure can be understood by absorbing one's mind in it. Sham will not relish the beauty of your nose unless they hang this pearl on it. Western people see Indian people with a pearl hanging in their nose. Oh, that's weird. That's great. Of course, they're all wearing them now. You go in the West, all the ladies are wearing pearls now. Some. You know, anyway, one day you mock something, next minute you worship it. That's the world. You mock the lady with a nose pearl, next year you're wearing one. Such is the world. But Krishna loves it. So the last service the Manjaris render in the morning when they dress for Radharani is Darpan Seva, mirror Seva. We got lost in Chief the Darpan margin, went to a whole philosophical diversion. Back to the Darpan Seva. So Radharani sees her beauty in a mirror as her Manjaris dress, her Sakhi Manjaris, and she especially notices the nose pearl. Very nice. Krishna will really like this. Radharani, when she looks in the mirror, she thinks, take me quickly, rush me, take me quickly to Nandagram. Krishna has to see this, has to feast his eyes on this beauty. Like when a guy sees a beautiful girl, he says, you're a feast for my eyes. What's that? I don't know what that means, but it's supposed to be something good, I suppose. You're a feast, I gotta eat you. Excuse me, don't do with me what you do you for chorus. You see me, you don't see it. You gotta see me and not see me. I'm gonna be a feast. You gotta eat me and finish me off. Cannibal. Especially if your boyfriend's a cannibal. And he directs shouting, "Oh, you're a feast for my eyes. Let me out of here." You start running. That guy's gonna eat you up. Hidimba and Bhima and all those guys, Go to coach, or whatever. You're like that guy. So this is a prize for. Okay, what's going on here? Nasamoktika Seva. Go on. Where are we? Okay. So how this point that Raghunatha makes in this verse doing the seva, hanging Radharani's nostril, Tulsi Manjari puts the nostril, she immerses Swamini in the ocean of sweet topics about Krishna. What is that called? Ras Odgar. Rasodgara. Udgar means to churn the remembrance of pastimes with Krishna. Like if you have someone, someone has a boyfriend, and you say, "I saw your boyfriend. Where was he? He was in the park. What was he doing?" "Oh, he's doing this." "Oh, really? That's very good." So you want to hear about the ones you love. So that's what Radharani does when the Manjaris dress Radharani. Because they're girls, and girls like to talk, they like to listen to talk and listen. So the Manjaris dress and talk, Radharani listens and she talks back, and they churn the ras. They churn the ras to make the ras churn up memories. Remember last night, Radharani, you were dancing ras, and this nostril was swinging like this and like that, and Krishna tried to catch it, and this and that. And Radharani, "Oh yeah, that was fun." And Radharani remembers it and feels happy. So it's called Rasodgar, churning the ras, reminding Radharani of intimate pastimes with Krishna. But it's a very necessary service. That's why we read. Every day we read Bhavanasara Sangra. We go through it. After 15, 20 days, we finish the book and we start again. And we go through it again and again. So pretty soon, these leelas will become part of our consciousness. We'll be able to see the world through these leelas and remember them. So because we have to know all these leelas, because we have to tell them to Radharani throughout the day and night. This is Seva Manjaris too. So this is called Rasodgar. This is Seva. You can even look in Bhavanasara Sangra. Who are different Sakhis that come to Radharani and tell Rasodgar? Brindarika, Madhurika, Shamala Sakhi. There's 6 or 7 Sakhis that come and give. One is called Chandan Kala. You don't know. You should study your books. Not just medical books. That's also important. The Chandan Kala, Radharani, just see the name of this Sakhi. She's a Sakhi, a Surya Sakhi. She's a friendly Sakhi, Radharani. Radharani is burning the fire of separation from Krishna, and she's missing him so much, and her head is hurting, and she's perspiring. She feels like she's burning alive. And along comes a Sakhi named Chandan Kala. Chanda means sandalwood, cooling sandalwood. And her name is Chandan Kala, because she's going to cool down Radharani. What, with sandalwood paste? Yes, in a way. The cooling, refreshing topics of Krishna Katha. It is a soothing balm for an aching heart and a burning head. Hear about Krishna Lila. So her name is Chandankala. So it's easy to guess what her seva is. So she does Rasadgar. 5 or 6 Sakhis are described in Bhavasara Sangra doing Rasadgar. Tulsi Manjari says, Radharani, your nose defeats a sesame flower in beauty. A little more. Okay, thank you. That's really hard. That's good. It's good. I like it. Clears out everything. So Tulsi glorifies Radharani. Radharani, your beautiful nose defeats the sesame flower and will make the honeybee Krishna very greedy. Even Krishna cannot resist it. This whole thing is quoted from Ananda Gopal Goswami. Swamini, while Tulsi Manjari is dressing Radharani, Swami Radharani calls out Tulsi, Tulsi! Like sometimes the Guru calls the disciple, Saki! Hey, Govinda! Where's Govinda? Sleeping somewhere. Babysitting. Baba sitting. Not baby, Chota Baba sitting. So how sweet is Radharani's voice when she calls her Manjari by name. So, this point is a sadhaka should awaken a desire to hear Radharani call her or him by name. Hey, you stupid. Hey, Amaya, stupid, come here. Like before I had some students, they said, I don't mind when you call a name, but why do you have to add an adjective to it? Because I was a little puffed up, pretty puffed up, still a pretty lot puffed up also. So I say, hey, Krishnadas, you stupid, come here. They said, it's okay you say Krishnadas, why do you have to say stupid? You say dingbat, goofball. Hey, Krishnadas, goofball, come here. Hey, dingbat. Hey, jerk, come here. They say, you call me Krishnadas, okay, why you call me jerk? So eventually they all ran away. They didn't like all those names. So now I have a new batch of students. I'm trying to not call, just calling her. It's very hard. I'm trying to refresh myself. Be unnatural. And if you call them fishery, go in the G. Because there's you and the G. Yes, it's really G. Say really, Marika G. Krishna G. I would like to say other things, but I'm trying to correct myself. Yeah, you get arrested and have a record, you have to try to become good, so I'm trying to become good. So, Swamini, when will you call me by my Kinkari name? I am sitting here at Radha, waiting with endless expectation, waiting to hear you say, wait, Radha, he's waiting back here. Hey, Gopal, come here. What if Radharani calls you that? Then what would happen? Raghunatha Das has forgotten everything of this world, and he's collapsed on the bank of Radha and crying for Radharani's darshan, and crying to hear Radharani's voice. So this section is awakening a desire to hear Radharani's voice. When will the sadhaka also desire like this, to be called for service by Radharani and cry, oh, in what birth will I attain a drop from this ocean of spiritual rasas? If even the faintest ray from the moon, the Rag Chandra, the moon of Rag, of the heart of Raghunatha Das, reflects in the heart of the sadhaka, our life will be successful. Out of his mercy for the sadhakas, Raghunatha Das has kept his treasure of his incomparable emotions packed in this book, Vilapa Kusumanjali. It's called Smarana Padati. It's a guidebook for Leela Smaran, and it's full of ever-expanding feelings of ecstatic love. Because everyone asks me, because people are pretty emotionless in this Kali Yuga, pretty insensitive and pretty impersonal. It's the age we live in, the times we live in. So the biggest question everyone asks, I read something about Manjari Tattva, I read something about this Leelas, but I don't have any feelings. I don't have any bhav. How do you get Gopi bhav? So the answer we've given 20 times already this Karttika. And we'll give it 21st time today. How do we get Gopi bhav? What's the answer?
Reading the commentaries of Radhikacharya Daikana.
Huh?
Reading, because of the mercy of the devotees, so reading the commentaries of Radhikacharya, Raghunatha Das Babaji, and listening the Leelas from our Gurudeva.
Okay, that's a long way to say it. The best way to get Gopi bhav is from a Gopi. Like, how do you get money? Tell me 2 words, the best place to get money. That's the answer. 2-word answer. The ATM is 3 words. 2-word answer, where to get money? Bill Gates? He's got the money. So where to get Gopi bhav? From a Gopi. So find a Gopi and grab her feet and beg for bhav. So who are the Gopis? Sanatana Das Babaji is a Gopi, Raghunatha Das is a Gopi, Rupa Goswami is a Gopi, San Goswami is a Gopi, Jiva Goswami is a Gopi, Gopal Goswami is a Gopi. It goes on and on. So these Gopis speak Harikatha, they write books Harikatha, they reveal their bhavas in their books and their meditations, especially Stavavali and Stavamala, and Ukli Kavalari by Rupa Goswami, and Chatuspushpanjali and other famous poems are full of Gopi bhav. So we read these books of these great Gopis and great Acharyas of Gaudiya Sampradaya, we pray for their mercy, and we read them again and again, and by Gopi bhav will manifest in our heart, automatically, guaranteed. But we have to do the sadhana, we have to pray we have to study, we have to read, we have to cry. There's no other way. Let's see, this is a short verse, not much purport. And we'll go on to verse 37. This is called, this is interesting, Ratna Malika Vivaha. Everything is inconceivable, achintya in the spiritual world. How does a jeweled armlet get married? Vivaha means marriage. It's a big topic these days. People are laughing, but only a few people know what I'm talking about. That's good. But of course, it's a big topic for everybody. Every crazy person. It's a big topic. But it's called Radha Malika Vivaha. It means the marriage of the jeweled Navaratna. There's an armlet you put on an arm to counteract all the bad planets or whatever. Navaratna, one jewel for each planet. Diamond for Venus, pearl for moon, ruby for sun, coral for Mars, emerald for Mercury, yellow sapphire, check, he'll show you. Yellow sapphire for Jupiter, because he's a Brahmin, he's a guru. It's on his Jupiter finger. You know, yellow sapphire, he's got money. This nice yellow sapphire. So these are jewels that make those planets happy. You put them all together in certain nakshatras and set them in all things, mantras, where an arm is called armlet. So, there's a very nice analogy here in this verse. Angadena Tabavama Dostale Swarna Gori Nava Ratna Malikam Patakucha Pari Shobitami Mam Agya Parinayami Tekada. This is the wedding of the arm and the armlet. The Malika and the arm. The Anga means arm. And Angada means the Radha Malikam. O Swarna Gauri Radharani, when will you order me to marry the Navaratna armlet on your left arm, with which is beautified by a silk tassel? That's very funny. So just simply you're dressing Radharani, putting a Navaratna arm, and it's the whole marriage combination here. So why is that? We're going to find out why that's going on here. What's the big deal? Tie a fine necklace on, what's the Vivaha? Radha Malika Vivaha is nothing extraordinary in the spiritual world. Radharani doesn't get dressed, she's getting married. Right? Haya Parikirva, marriage. So there's a Leela. Tulsi Manjari has completed one seva, has hung the Nasa Moktika, has hung the pearl on Radharani's nose, and Manjari's sitting there, like this lady sitting. And waiting for the next seva. What's the next seva? What do you do? You're just falling asleep, I think so. She's like, you should bring a pillow tomorrow. The proud maidservant waits until Radharani gives her order. Seva Agya. So Radharani looks at the Manjari and says, "Hey Manjari, what else will you put on me? You put this Well, because, you can do all kinds of things when you take out a woman, Arm earrings, thousand different things you can do. Think of something here, something here, something here, there. Got every square inch has something hanging on it. 10 rings, bracelets, armlets, pile, toe rings, anklets, waist belts, chokers, necklace. Oh, iPad just keep inventory. So Radharani looks at Babaji, what else will you put on me now? Oh, Swarnagori, I will string a new jewels and marriage on your left arm. This Navaratna Malika is very dear to Radharani. When Radharani, why is it dear? When Radharani does Surya Puja, Radharani is a Surya Upasaka. Who is Krishna worship? Upasaka means worshipper. Radharani worships Surya Dev. Who said Narayan? Shall we go into that? Who was it? Pandit. Narayan. Narayan, right? Lakshmi Narayan. Don't forget the Shakti, Baba. No Shakti, no Narayan. So, and what kind of prasad does Krishna eat every day? Brahman 1, Brahman 2, Brahman 3. What kind of prasad does Krishna, what kind of Mahaprasad does Krishna eat every day? Hello? Any answers? Narayana, 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 Narayana. Because Madhamangal and other Brahmins offer Radharani's bhog to Lakshmi Narayan. And then it comes to Krishna. So he's Narayan, Mahaprasad. Anyone want to contest this? You want to argue this? So Radharani worships Sri Devi. She's a Sri Upasaka. Why does she do that? Does she want good health? Does she want beauty? No, she has it all. She has all the good health and all the beauty. Why does she worship Sri Devi? No. Well, yeah. She worships Sri Devi. Why? Well, let me ask you. You're too close to the source. You're tapping into your brain. You got some Wi-Fi connected to my brain. So why? Yeah. That's automatic. Even if she doesn't worship anybody, Radharani is definitely going to get the continuous association with Krishna. She says she worships Sri Devi to get the continuous association with Krishna. I said, even without any worship, if one doesn't have to worship anybody, she'll get the continuous association with her boyfriend automatically. There's something else moving this action there. She worships the sun god for Krishna's health. Sri is worshipped for good health, so she worships Sri. Please keep Krishna healthy and safe and remove all the obstacles so I can meet him. They're going to meet no matter what, but there may be some obstacles. He gets detained by Chandravali. He gets kidnapped by Padma and Shaivya. His mother keeps him home for a birthday party. What would you rather do? Eat cake or kiss your lover? I'll ask you a question. It's an important question. Oh, no, don't be smart now. Don't say, I want to throw the cake on the face of my lover and then kiss my lover. That's not the answer I want. First you throw the cake on the face of your lover. Or lick the icing on his lips. That's not nice. That's moochie. That's moochie. So no one gave any answer to that question. Anyway, think about it. This new string of jewels is like that. So Tulsi thinks, let me marry this Navaratna on Radharani's arm. It symbolizes Radha and Krishna's meeting with this act of service. Tulsi doesn't tie the Navaratna to Radharani's armlets. I don't know what this, I'm lost in that one. Okay, that's cool. Okay, now. Srimati passionately stretches out her left arm to grab the Navaratna. Alas, how beautiful is the beauty, how wonderful is the beauty of Radharani's arm. Tulsi is enchanted to see Radharani's arm in her meditation. So this is the point, how to meditate. How to meditate on Radharani's Seva. With great attachment, the devotee should meditate on the loving service that the devotee renders to Ishwari Radharani. It is not enough for a devotee to simply memorize a bunch of verses about sevas and remember the Asakala Lila without having actual feelings of love, devotion, humility, intuition, and spiritual experience. That is not Raghunatha Bhakti. Just meditating on a bunch of slokas about seva or memorizing the Dandatrika Seva, 64 Sevas throughout the day. There's 64 Dandas. Danda means 24-minute periods. There's 60 24-minute periods and there's 60 24-minute periods throughout the 24 hours of the day. And each of these periods is called a danda. It's called Dandatrika Seva throughout the day. So if someone can memorize this list of seva, it's there available to be seen in English also. And memorize it. It's 8 o'clock that it is, 8:24 it is, 8:48 it is, 9:12 it is. You can memorize all those different things, but that's not Raghunatha Bhakti. Raghunatha Bhakti is a mixture of Lila, Rag must be Rag, and Lila. Rag means love, attachment. Raganuga, for following the love and attachment of the loving devotees of Vrindavan, especially the gopis and manjaris. So they're in leelas, they're doing different sevas, but the foundation of it all is love, devotion, intuition, and experience. That's what he's, and humility. So these qualities of bhakti, devotion, humility, intuition, insight, and experience are the substratum of proper, successful rag marg bhajan. That's why he's saying how to meditate on Radharani Seva in this section. So with great attachment, every one of us, when we get Stavavali, we get an eternal service given to us, an eternal service to Radharani. So we should be very attached to this service. Just like sometimes in a temple situation, someone has a particular seva, their service is making charnamrita. They collect the deity charnamrita from the altar, all the altars, then maybe they add some yogurt and honey, whatever. Different temples, they do different things to soup up the charnamrita. So someone says, oh, somebody else wants to do your seva. So the devotee says, no, it's my seva. Get out. You should fight for your seva. So seva is a gift of Krishna. I said seva is a privilege. So we don't only want to take our seva away from us. So the seva the Guru gives is eternal seva, and it's the very life of the devotee. The devotee always remembers that seva in the morning and evening, afternoon, night, all the time. You think, oh, I have my seva. I am this beautiful gopi. I have this beautiful seva, and I'm going to do that eternally for Radharani. How fortunate I am. This is my seva. No one else is going to do this seva except me. Watch out, buddy. Yeah. You have your own Radharani, your own Krishna. Everything will be perfectly adjusted. Everything is personal, intimate. It's not like this world. You can't do any kind of comparison with this world, people in this world, experiences in this world, and activities in this world with the spiritual world. It's a dead-end street. It doesn't work. So we should have great attachment and meditate on our loving service to Ishwari Radharani. Our service is dear to us than millions of our lives. It's not enough. I said already. The kind of greed, lobha, transcendental lobha, that manifests after hearing about the Brajvasis. This sentence is saying, Das Goswami, okay. The descriptions of Rupa Goswami and Raghunatha Das Goswami are the greatest shelter for Raghunatha Bhaktas. Without hearing about their beautiful prayers for seva, one's sadhana cannot become beautiful and successful. So that's why we read over and over again. Like right now in Braj Mandal, probably 100 devotees are giving class on Vilapa Kusumanjali. In Hindi and Bengali and English, German, French, Italian, whatever, different languages. Because it's such a powerful, important book. You may not believe it, but it's true. I've been reading this book for 35 years. Maybe 1989, maybe 33 years, 34 years. I've been reading this book and meditating on this book. I'll never get the end of it. It's always new and always fresh. So we have to hear over and over again, and it changes our heart, it changes our outlook, it changes our lives. And that's what we want to do. That's what sadhana bhakti does. Sadhana bhakti makes us into Baba Bhaktas, and Baba Bhakti becomes our Prema Bhakti. What's the time now?
10 more minutes. 8 minutes.
This point is about Anugatya and Manjari Bhav. What is Anugatya? Huh?
Following the footsteps.
I can't hear.
Following the footsteps.
Yeah. Oh, village dog? Village, following the footsteps of a village dog? Or following the footsteps of the great Mahajans. Mahajana Yena Kata Sapanta. Follow the path of Rupa Manjari, Rupa Goswami. Follow the path of Raghunatha Das Goswami and Rati Tulsi Manjari. So Anugatya Manjari Bhav. Throughout Das Goswami's life, he was always doing sadhana. He showed that the acharyas are doing bhajan in faithful adherence. Raghunath Das is following Rupa Goswami. So we follow our Guru Varg. You're following me, I'm following my Guru is following Sanatan Baba is following Siddha Maharaj Baba, Siddha Maharaj, everyone's Anugatya. Everyone's following the one above them. We're all tied together by the mantra and by the diksha process. We're all following Sampurna Manjari and Vaitacharya. And we're going to... Wow. Guy's got some power. Brahman Tejas. Shota Brahman Tejas. Don't mess with the U.S. So he's describing here how he should be submissive to our Guru Varg, our line of gurus. We're not independent, we're dependent. We're dependent on teaching, we're dependent on example, we're dependent on mercy. Everything we receive comes from up, down. It's called Avaroha Panta. Avaroha Panta means descend. Mercy comes from above and it comes down. Avaroha, like avatar. Avatar means one who comes down, one who descends. What is going up? Avaroha. Aroha. Aroha. Avaroha. Avaroha means go up. Climb the stairs on your own. The better way is just wait for the fruit to fall from the tree. Open your hands and catch the mango. This is Avaroha Panta. Just sit under a nice mango tree and put out your hands. And surely a mango will fall in your hands in due time. So you sit under the feet of Guru. This is what Anugatya means. You put your heart and head under the feet of Guru and you wait for the mercy to fall on your head. And in due course of time, you will get all the mercy. It's not good to have our own independent thoughts about how to attain Radharani. Those that are like honeybees, drinking the honey from the feet of Gauranga, they're always eager for the intimate seva of Radharani. They cannot attain it or experience it without following the teachers of Braja Ras, Rupa Goswami and Rupa Raghunatha. Rupa Raghunatha Pade, Haivi Akuti. One might be eager to follow Rupa and Raghunatha. It says right here, Rupa Raghunatha Pade, Haivi Akuti, Kavi Hamabuja Seva Priti. One might become eager for Rupa and Raghunatha Das Goswami's mercy, and then I'll understand Radha Krishna. This point is called eagerness for serving Radharani. In his Tulsi Manjari, Das Goswami's Manjari Shru. So we're so-and-so dasi, we're so-and-so das, and we also have our Manjari Shru. So we're decorating Radharani's beautiful body. And Nata says, what a great thing. He just steps outside of the whole discussion. So what a great thing is this Raghunaga sadhana. Meditating yoga dhyan, and then doing puja there, and then Askaya Swaran, meditating on a beautiful Siddhaya, and doing my Seva. It's a nice thing, isn't it? By the grace of Rupa and Raghunath, the sadhaka becomes qualified to relish these rasas and think of Radharani. If we don't have eagerness, we can't taste this sweetness. How great is the eagerness of Rupa and Raghunath? Rupa Goswami gave us Ukali Kavalari, Das Goswami, Vilapa Kusumanjali, are solid proof of their eagerness to love and serve Radharani and Manjari Bhav. This point is increasing attachment to Radharani. A Raghunaga sadhaka should always pray. How should he always pray? Should always pray, Ha Swamini, I offer you my life. I just want you to understand that you are everything to me. Can we say that honestly? Swamini, I want you to understand you are everything to me. I know I'm unqualified to attain your lotus feet, but please, I have no one in the world but you. So we'll continue there tomorrow about increasing attachment to Radharani. Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Jai